Boom, 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 boom. Chickadee, chickadee, chanker. How's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little video for you this evening. Manchester United Daily News Show. I hope you're all doing grand. Shout out to you all for waiting and being patient for me to get going here. Having technical issues out of every freaking orifice right now, my friend. No, that's just on the computer. But we're having lots of freaking issues at the moment. It's doing my head in. But either way, we are here. We are a bit late. But thank you very much for waiting patiently for me to get going here. Appreciate you all. Let's have a look, see who's in here. We got Exclusive, Jim Joe Bobley, Jake Harold, Rush Mano, The Footinator, Snap Film Walk, That United Family, Antoinetto Armando Hoyt, Francois Conk, That United Family again. How's it going, guys? Paul Van der Beek, Shivam Kashap, Disco Dave, Acro Lamella, Red Devil Fire, Jim Joe Bobley, Kirsten Gray, Ted Zavala, Juice Z, Kayam, Incomplete 6230, Eliam Gonzalez, and everybody else. Thank you so much for stopping by and getting in here for today's United News Daily Show. Please do us a favour at the start of this show. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Leave a little thumbs up on it. That would be awesome of you. Right then, so where are we? Buzzing our tits off still, aren't we? With that result yesterday against PSG. I am anyway, but, you know, some of you probably don't have tits. But either way, everyone's buzzing at the moment about Manchester United obviously beating PSG yesterday. I'm just still walking on cloud nine because of the result. It was an amazing result. It was a great game to watch from a United perspective because we actually played good football. We were actually organised. You know, there's some people out there saying we were defensive and we set up, park the bus. That couldn't be further from the truth, really. Yes, we set up on the counter, but you've got to do that on these big European nights, especially way at a team that was just in the Champions League final last year. So I think Solskjaer just got it absolutely bang on right in terms of tactics, selection with what he could choose as well. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise. We had no Slabby Maguire. And maybe, you know, even Eric Bailly, because I think the back three couldn't have really performed any better than they did in that game. So if you look at how Tuanzebe did, pocketing the likes of Neymar and Mbappe, and if you look at how Luke Shaw played, and even Lindelof in that back line, they were all pretty much flawless throughout the entire game. It was only Tony Martial's stunning OG header that actually caused us any trouble really throughout the game. So we did a great job. Solskjaer got it bang on, and obviously the aftermath of it is that it should be a lot more positive feeling around Manchester United right now. We've got a bit more belief back. The players have got more belief. We're coming into that Chelsea game, of course. Tough game, but if on the back of this result that we just had, it's not looking quite as tough to me. It was looking ridiculously tough after you've lost to Palace, after you've melted against, struggled against Brighton, and those other shithouses we lost to as well, can't remember now. But either way, I tried to block it out from my mind. But we haven't had a good start to the Premier League campaign. But that win against Newcastle and that win against PSG has definitely gone a long way to giving us that boost that we need to get back on track, my friends. So get in there, my son. Come on, United. An absolutely brilliant game from everybody involved. Solskjaer got a 10 out of 10, obviously, for everything that he did. His in-game management, bringing Pogba, taking Tellers off. You could have slaughtered him for doing that. But everything he did worked. So I think you have to give credit where credit's due on this. Everybody likes to slag Ollie when he gets it wrong. I'll tell you when he gets it wrong. You know, everybody's human. He's going to make mistakes and he's learning on the job here. But yesterday, he got it. He couldn't have got it any more right. Put it that way. He could not have got it any more right. So yeah, in terms of that fixture and that performance and that result, absolutely amazing. We're buzzing about that one. There's a couple of little tidbits I've got for you in regards to that game. But yeah, smash a one in the live chat, lads and lasses, if you're buzzing your boobies off still about that game against Crystal Palace? No, PSG. Same difference. Ellie, how are you doing? How are you feeling today, Ellie? Hope you're good. Thank you for getting in here. Kayam, Primot, Big God Bob, Rushmano's in the gaff as well, so subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Rushmano. If you're just getting in here, smash that like button, lads and lasses, and let's get into this then. So, little bit of information in regards to the game yesterday. Since PSG returned to the Champions League in 2012, they've only lost 4 of their 37 home games, and they've lost them to Barcelona in 2015, Real Madrid in 2018, and to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer twice. To Ole Gunnar Solskjaer twice. Thank you to Duncan Alexander for that tweet there. But yeah, absolutely. Barcelona in 2015, Real Madrid in 2018, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer twice. That's the only time that PSG have lost at home in 37 games since 2012 in the Champions League. So Solskjaer, we are the PSG killers. You know, we are the PSG killers. And Solskjaer, as much as he's likes to whip up Frank Lampard, he's also doing it with PSG over there, man. And it's a joy to behold because PSG are the snake team, man. They're the Parisian City, if you ask me. They're like Manchester City. They've just got too much money. You know. Anyway, we don't want to talk about PSG because we've dispatched of them. We've beaten them in their own backyard. Let's talk about some of the interesting performances and stats from the game. Just a couple of little things to touch on. Then we will get into the main Manchester United news of the day. We're just reflecting upon a really fantastic game of football yesterday, aren't we? Yeah, that's right. So, Axel Tuanzebe obviously had a brilliant game yesterday. Really fantastic, as did everybody in the backline, really. Telles looked amazing on his debut. Aaron Wan-Bissaka got my man of the match. He was incredible. David De Gea put in a worldie of a performance in goal. But certainly Tuanzebe looked very, very comfortable in there. Considering he's not played a lot of football, I have to say that I was blown away by his level of ability when it comes to dealing with people like Neymar and Mbappe throughout the game. It helps when you're rapid. And of course, Tuanzebe is a very, very quick player, very quick player. And I think that really is something we've been lacking at the back there. Maguire, for all his great defensive abilities, the fact that he has got that massive slab, he can boot he can probably nut a Volkswagen Beetle out on the pitch. He probably still doesn't, unfortunately he's not as quick as a Volkswagen Beetle. He's very, very slow. But of course, Tuanzebe came from the United Academy. It would be a dream if we could get him to be our proper centre-back to go in there in every game, or most games, and be in these big games for us and be a performer. He's only 22 years of age. We haven't seen much from him, but when we have seen him, he's been solid, and that was another example of it in that game against PSG. He just looked freaking solid as fruit, my friends. He's just eating up Neymar and Mbappe for dinner, my friends, like he's been doing it for years and years. But he hasn't. This was I think the last game that he had was ages ago against bloody Colchester United. You know what I mean? And he's going up against Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria and all that and pocketing them. Fair play to the lad, man. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. So just a couple of statistics and stuff. So he played, the 90 minutes on the right side of a back three. He made 7 clearances, the most of any player on the pitch. He also completed 22 passes at a success rate of 92%. He made 1 block and won 100% of his aerial duels. Axel, this is what Rio Ferdinand, Owen Hargreaves and a couple of people said. Axel did fantastic. He's been out for 10 months. So to put in a performance like that, this is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, sorry. After the game, Neymar and Mbappe almost surprised us as well. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said after the game, we know he's a good player, but to do it on a night like this is fantastic. And it absolutely is. To turn up and do it like that is incredible. 100% of aerial duels won from Tuanzebe. He won 100% of the aerial duels. He's got 92% pass accuracy, 7 clearances, 1 goal-stopping block. The guy's absolutely put in an absolute worldie. So I personally think if he can maybe start some more games, it will give Solskjaer something to think about, definitely this PSG game. And if I'm Solskjaer, you've got to stick Axel Tuanzebe in the next game as well, in my opinion, against Chelsea. I think we'll probably play that same system against Chelsea, that 3-5-2 or 5-3-2, whatever you want to call it. And I think we'll have that same back line in there or something very, very similar. You might want to put Slabby in the middle or something like that. But effectively, you still want Luke Shaw and you still want Tuanzebe either side because you want that raw pace there, man. And okay, Slabby's going to be gash, but, he's great at clearing things away. And as long as he's protected either side, he's got cover from pacey players such as Luke Shaw or Tuanzebe, then I think that could actually work. So, I think you might see him again against Chelsea. What do you guys think? Let me know if you want to see him against Chelsea in the game on Saturday. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you want to see Tuanzebe start in the next game. Let me just read a few of your comments out there, lads and lasses, and we will get onto that. Oh, actually, hang on. Let me just finish this. Just a little message here from Bruno Fernandes, who said, another dream come true, and crowned with a great victory in the Champions League, an honour and an enormous privilege to have been captain of a club like Manchester United, an unspeakable moment of strong emotions for me. Believe and fight for your dreams every day until you can live them with your eyes open. Mate, Bruno Fernandes, and you can see that on his face at half-time, man, going in the tunnel at half-time. He looked like he was absolutely having the time of his life out there, man, smiling, so proud, just focused, ready, committed, determined. This guy is a born captain, so I hope he gets the captaincy in the future, but it certainly was nice seeing Bruno Fernandes captain the side. Thank you, Jonathan Gallagher, getting that one in there. Thomas Dunn, Primot, Vincent Bullock, AR Dan, Brummy Red, Space in Your Face, Jim Joe Bobley, The Vutinator, Disco Dave, Snap Film Walk. Yeah, I do think Tuanzebe's going to be the man. Hey, there's over 100 of you tuning in right now. Thank you very much for stopping by. If you could give this a share on social media, that'd be amazing. Also, smash that thumbs up button on the video if you've not done so. That'll give us a boost. Help us compete with some of the clickbait channels, etc. So thank you very much for getting in, you all. Rush Marno, Shazad Ahmed, Robin Corkman, Shane MC, Kelly Clough, how are you doing? Asaya Gear, hello mate. Primot, Finley Danson. We'll get into your comments in a little moment, my friends. I'm just going to cover the rest of that news there then. Okay, so also Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United side are the first ever Manchester United team to win 10 away games in a row. So that's pretty freaking cool, isn't it? The first ever Manchester United team to win 10 away games in a row. I think that's factually correct, and that is very, very interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting. But yeah, actually, let's get into your comments now. What do you guys think about the PSG game? How are you feeling today? You're still buzzing? Still buzzing those boobies off? Saint Fusion, I'm doing good, man. How are you? Thank you for asking. Tafster9 as well. OP Dragon. Oh, yeah, Bruno Fernandes. Sorry, yes, that's what we were talking about there. You could see that out there, and I just have to say that Bruno Fernandes was incredible when he played in that match for us yesterday. I thought he just led by example. I thought he dictated stuff for us. He was a constant threat. And it was just a joy to behold in every single way. G Wolf United, how are you doing? Incomplete 6230. OP Dragon. Red Devil Fire says, Axel, just have to stay fit. We are sorted. There you go, yeah. Quick as Fook, defensively sound, 22 years of age, academy product, only getting better. Tall, physical. Come on, guys. He's ready-made for us, isn't he? Maybe not signing a player's the best in disguise. Because out of this necessity has maybe come some sort, we've unearthed a gem here. Because, of course, Maguire and Bailly not playing, we had to stick somebody else in there, and Tuanzebe was your man. And he's put in such a great display against some of the top attackers in the world. He's got to have given Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a serious headache in terms of selection for that Chelsea game. If I'm Solskjaer, I'm going for a similar possible setup as I can get to that back line against PSG. Hopefully everybody would be fit there, in all honesty, because I think that performed so well. They've got a little bit of an understanding together now. Chelsea are going to be coming at us attacking as well, so United are going to have to defend in a similar sort of fashion. And of course, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Telles, they did amazingly well. So if I'm Solskjaer, I'm not really changing that back five really at all for the next game. Ascender says, hey Biggie, what's poppin', my ninja? I'm good, man. How are you doing? Thank you very much for getting in here, Ascender. I am good, mate. Yeah, you know, just chilling and killing tonight. Obviously buzzing after the game yesterday. Watch United smash up those Parisian mounts was a beautiful thing to watch. Spud Peter comments, why is Greenwood in trouble? We'll get onto that in a little bit. It's, you know, it's not stuffing major, but he is in a little bit of hot water at the moment. He's not been shagging again. Don't worry. He's not popped over to Iceland again. Don't worry. Or had anybody in his hotel, as far as we know, in Paris. Maybe no. You know what I mean. I mean, you know. Anyway, Bruno needs to be captain from now on, says Palmerius. Thank you for your comment. I'm with you on that, dude. I feel like that is something that needs to be done in the future. Whether or not it can happen anytime soon, I do not really know. But I definitely think sometime in the future, Bruno Fernandes will be made our permanent captain. I guess Solskjaer just wanted to keep that solidarity there with Maguire. He didn't want to upset him. He didn't want to strip him down any more as a character than what has already been done in the press, I guess, by removing that captaincy. So in one regard, you can understand it, but at the same time, I do think the best choice for captain, just in terms of leadership and quality of player, is still Bruno Fernandes by a country mile. Razak says, you feeling better now, Pig? Throat better? We're getting there, man. I'm feeling a bit rough today, but I'm not going to lie, man. You know, I don't know what's going on. I've just got a little bit of a sore throat for the last couple of weeks. Maybe I should have a bloody COVID test, but I haven't had a cough at all, so probably not, is it? I don't know. To be fair, some people are asymptomatic. I probably should have a test. It's all right. I've been keeping myself to myself. Right, nice one. Uwamana Nairakundo, thank you very much for getting this. Says Tuanzebe Bailly partnership would be scary. Yes, Bailly obviously very physical, very quick as well, powerful defender. The only thing is with Bailly, right, and there's a bit of information that's come out in regards to Bailly about he's got another injury, guys. So obviously he didn't travel because he was injured. He's got another injury. He's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks with a muscle injury, according to Solskjaer. This is via James Ducker from the Telegraph here. You know, so I have to say that with Bailly, it's a recurring problem. And let's hope that problem does not occur with Tuanzebe, because he's started to going down a similar path with recurring injuries. But let's hope that, just look at Eric Bailly, guys. I mean, all you have to do is look at Eric Bailly and say that he's a great defender, but he's just going to be in and out of our team, unfortunately, most of the time, because he's an injury-prone meltbag. Now, I hate to say that, but he is. He gets injured all the time, man, and he's going to be out for another 3 to 4 weeks with a muscle injury, according to Solskjaer. So, say what you want about him being a great player. Can we really rely on Eric Bailly going forward in the future? I mean, I think you'd have to say that the answer is probably no. The answer is probably no, and unfortunately, with Tuanzebe coming through and looking so good, it's like there's so much competition at the club for Eric Bailly. You certainly have to be fit if you're ever going to get a good run in the team. And you know what's pretty annoying about Eric Bailly is that in terms of his statistics, so he's been injured 4 times on international duty, right? This is Simon Luckhurst tweeted this earlier. He's been injured 4 times on international duty while a United player, and he started more league games in his first season than he has in the 3 and a bit years since. Man United may be time to move on next summer. This is what there's a story in regards to the Eric Bailly update on Manchester Evening News this evening. In regards to Eric Bailly, just simply saying that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has confirmed Eric Bailly will miss 3 to 4 weeks of action after suffering an injury. And also, that statistic is not good, is it? So he played more games for United in his first season at United than he has done in the 3 and a bit seasons since. I mean, come on, guys, if that's not an emergence of a pattern of problems there, I don't know what is. I mean, he's showing all the signs of somebody that's just going to be like really injury prone. And like Ledley King at Tottenham. Whenever he was fit, he was like first name on the team sheet because he was so damn epic. But unfortunately, Eric Bailly, although he is a good defender, it's not even that. It's not like, if he's fit, he's playing. He's not got to that level for us yet. He is good. He is probably one of our most solid centre-backs, but we just need a little bit more, guys. And I think Axel Tuanzebe can be that man. Yeah. Ben First says, Chelsea are similar. Attacking-wise, Tuanzebe must start again. Chelsea are similar. Yeah, that's it, exactly. I agree with you. Exactly same setup. That kind of thing would be good for Manchester United against Chelsea. It should get us the result. Or it could get us the result. Giant Bora, how's it going? He says, what did I miss, Pig? Quick recap. We've only just got going, actually, mate. I will do a recap a bit later. We've got a lot to get through tonight, so strap yourselves in. Smash that like button as well. Over 150 of you. Let's get 100 likes on the vid. Smash the thumbs up, and let's do this. Seaborn Gracias, man. How you doing? He comments, looks like Cavani is going to get his debut against Chelsea. That would be very, very cool and interesting to see, wouldn't it? I mean, Martial didn't look too good out in the last game or two. Welsh Red comments, Bailly is made of Weetabix. To be fair, Weetabix, man, put a little bit of milk on it, a bit of sugar, it's pretty beautiful. I reckon it might be more rigid. Than Bailly. Jim Cahill says, Bailly is rubbish. Well, fair enough, Jim. I mean, I do think he's a very good defender, but he's just not fit enough. He's going to be in and out of our team. Maybe it would make sense for United to maybe look at moving him on in the future and maybe getting Upamecano or somebody like that. Because if you had Upamecano and Tuanzebe potentially, and he's still got Maguire and he's still got Lindelof, crikey, it just looks a whole lot better at the back, really. You can't rely on Bailly, that's the problem. You cannot rely on him. He might come in for a game or 2 or 6 and play absolutely brilliantly, but he's probably going to get injured. He probably is going to get injured at some point, and that is my major concern with Eric Bailly, and that's what I'm a bit dubious of in regards to his career at United ever really taking off or ever really cementing himself as that top quality centre-back. I just don't think that's really possible, but we shall see. So yes, in regards to the overall performance, I thought it was pretty awesome. Nice one, guys. Okay, let's read a bunch more of your comments out there before we get on to the next topic. Giant Tabora, Hayden Alessandro, Esteban Picon, Wiggy. Hello, you legends. Paul van der Beek, he says, Tellez crossing for Cavani Saturday. Yeah, that's going to be something nice to see, isn't it? Tellez was a breath of fresh air on that left-hand side. Those crosses, those corners, the ability to get that half a yard and get a dangerous ball in. He showed it time and time again in that game, actually, yesterday. I thought it was very impressive debut, considering it's against who it was against. And the team, let's be honest now, they're lacking a little bit of experience out there. Some of our first team players not able to play. We had Fred and McTominay in the middle, but everybody just did their jobs amazingly. Everybody did their jobs amazingly, and Tellez was one of those guys as well. Very impressed with his dead ball ability as well, just his technique of crossing, getting the balls in. Thought he's going to be brilliant. He's going to be really good. He's going to be really good. And I've heard in the past people say things like defensively he's shite, but you know what? That's not. You know, okay, we haven't seen a lot from him in the United shirt. And I'd be lying if I said I followed his career loads at Porto, but we've seen a little bit. He's great going forward, but do you know what? He looked pretty good defensively to me. I thought he was pretty damn sound defensively. I mean, maybe it's not his forte, but it really didn't disappoint me. He was wrapping his legs around, getting those challenges in. You know, he was getting the ball off players consistently. So I thought he'd done a good job in that regard too. Alkan Mahmood, hello, how you doing there, Alkan? Good to see you. Razak says Lingard needs more bran flakes, less sugar puffs. Jay Gill, hello. Vlogs with Mensley says, wait, what did Greenwood do, mate? Okay. Let's get on to the Greenwood news then, folks, seeing as I don't want to confuse a bunch of you with the title and not address it right away. But let's have a little look. So Mason Greenwood has been in a little bit of trouble. Basically, he's been told his discipline needs to improve. He's been told his timekeeping needs to improve. He's been late. He's been out shagging. You know, the usual sort of stuff. He's out shagging. He's a teenager. He's 18. He's going out shagging. He's coming back late. And he's turned up for training late. That's what we understand at the moment about Mason Greenwood. So the news is, in regards to Greenwood, is just simply that he's missed, you know, Manchester United have told Mason his behaviour needs to improve. Solskjaer intends to continue with dealing with Greenwood's indiscipline internally and will continue to say in public that his absence is linked to injury. So, look, there's a little bit of, you know, obviously there was no Greenwood in the last couple of games. What's that been about? Well, it turns out maybe it's Solskjaer not happy with Mason Greenwood's unprofessionalism recently. So we do have to address it because, look, Solskjaer's obviously dealing with it internally, but it's obviously got out into the media that this is the case and that he's been late for training and these sorts of stuff. And look, we know his indiscretions, if that's what you want to call them, that happened in Iceland when he was away on international duty of England. If you want to call them that, I mean, look, he shouldn't be doing that on his first, especially his first debut time out there with the England squad. But he is a young red-blooded male and, you know, one thing leads to another sometimes or whatever. I don't even know really what happened. He's been out shagging. But either way, discipline-wise, behaviour-wise, it needs to improve. So maybe Greenwood's just being a little bit of a petulant teenager at the moment. I personally did think that Mason Greenwood struck me as somebody who, as a 17-year-old lad, who was very, very grounded, very well-mannered, have his feet on his ground. But hopefully he does stick on that pathway because you're just seeing a couple of little signs that maybe Mason Greenwood could maybe be going on a slippery slope, if you know what I mean. Like, we don't want to be seeing him turn into a big-time Charlie. You know what I mean? Big-time Charlie geezer. We don't want to see that. Because he seems too nice of a lad, too humble of a lad to do that. But anyway, this is just merely all about. He's an 18-year-old lad, you know. He's 18. Come on. People mature. He's 18. He's still a kid. But yeah, Solskjaer's not too happy with his behaviour, being late for training and this sort of stuff. So his behaviour has to improve. That's all it is in regards to Mason Greenwood. And, you know, there you go. Barrel racers always use a condom. There you go. If in doubt, pull it out. No, wait, that's not the one. You're right. Your one was right. Asaya Gear says, thank you so much, Bubba Spin 9. No glove, no love. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah Gear says, thank you so much, Bubba Spin 9. Some fans of the channel were caught in the shootings. Dude, what's that about, Isaiah Gear, my friend? Oh, my goodness me. In regards to Nigerians, some shootings in the protests in Lagos. Guys, thoughts and prayers with everybody in Nigeria at the moment. I know Odion Igalo was speaking out about something like that as well, and it's absolutely horrendous news. So I just want to say, you know, thoughts and prayers with everybody in Nigeria. I know we do have a lot of channel viewers from Nigeria here, so much love to you from the Flying Pig, much love to you from all of our Bacon Brigade community here. And, you know, hashtag one love, hashtag stay safe, hashtag pray for Nigeria. That's right, Esteban Pecan. So, yes, thank you very much for bringing that up, and thoughts and prayers and everybody. I know there's lots of celebrities coming out and absolutely condemning the vile actions of the authorities over there in Nigeria. AJ Igalo's come out. So, look, it's something that absolutely needs addressing, and there's so much terrible stuff going on in the world. But I just want to say, you know, thoughts for Nigeria. Look at all these legends. Look at this community. Look at all the positivity in this live chat for all the people around the world. That's it, man. Stay safe, Nigeria, says Vutanator. Yeah, Robin Corkman says that's sad, absolutely. Sam says Alex Tellers is a baller. I feel you on that one, man. Red Devil Fire comments, love to Nigeria. So sorry, heard it's been happening for years now. Big up Nigeria, yes, absolutely. Razak says, oh, did something happen? Yes, mate. I mean, I don't know a great deal about it, but please do look into the news yourself, guys, and just educate yourself in regards to it, because these things are going on in the world, you know. Gabriel Lopez says, love to Nigeria. Sorry to hear that, says Cameron Ketch. Exclusive says, acts of violence like this shouldn't happen anyway. I agree. It's, you know, as a human race, I thought we'd move beyond that now, but it turns out we haven't. Maybe we're digressing. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, Matthew Adatero says, thanks to you all. You're all legends. Yeah, wherever it is in the world, you know, if it's, you know, America, there's a lot of turmoil at the moment. It's just everywhere in the world. It's all this COVID business going on. You know, just stay safe out there, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you so much, guys, for getting in here with the live chat. There's about 200 of you tuning in right now. Thank you. It's great to see you all. Smash that thumbs up button if you're just getting in here. Appreciate every single one of you that does. Brian Tellers, you're a legend, mate. You got the same surname almost as Alex Tellers, mate. That's pretty cool. Jake Harold, hello, mate. He says, so anyway, about football FIFA tonight. Yeah, I don't know actually 100% yet. Let's see how long this video takes. But I don't actually know because, as I say, I'm feeling a little bit melted. But let's get on to the rest of the news then, folks. Thank you so much for you all for stopping by. So there you go. Eric Bailly, yes. Willie, won't he have a good career at United? I don't know, but he's always bloody injured. In regards then to Manchester United's financials, there's some financial news that came out in regards to Woodward. I think had a conference with investor conference, just talking over the phone basically to our investors and stuff, and a little bit of information has come out in regards to what's been going on. And I have to say that, you know, I mean, what's on the agenda there really is obviously stuff that you'd expect Woodward and co to really give a shit about, which is just money-making stuff, which is, they had a little chat about how much money they had to pay Jose Mourinho in order to get the deal, or to get his contract, you know, ended and terminated, and it was £19.6 million. So from Man United accounts read Jose's dismissal, exceptional costs for the prior year were £19.6 million relating to compensation to the former manager and certain members of the coaching staff for the loss of office. So wow, £19.6 million for the departure of Jose Mourinho. That is a crazy amount of money. And they're quibbling over £20 million with Jadon Sancho in Dortmund here, where they could have had him earlier. I still think they'll probably go and get him in Jan, or probably more realistically next summer. But they could have got him, could have got him earlier and given us a better chance this season, if you ask me, if they'd have just spent that extra 20. But there you go. Ed Woodward said on the pitch, we have strengthened the team over the summer, and we remain committed to our objective of winning trophies, playing entertaining, attacking football, with a blend of academy graduates and high-quality recruits, while carefully managing our resources to protect the long-term resilience of the club. Oh, yeah? Okay, well, if we're bloody managing our resources to protect the long-term future of the club, then why are we paying out dividends? Why are we paying out dividends to the bloody Glazers all the bloody time? Why are we not buying the players out there on the pitch that can actually strengthen us in the correct areas and just getting the players that make financial sense, such as Edison Cavani, because he's available on the free and can sell shitloads of shirts? That's it, really. You know, that's it. It's not about the future of the football club. It's about now. How can Woodward make the most cash and milk as much money from Manchester United for the Glazers as possible right now? How can they do that? So that's really what it's about, in my opinion. And, you know, I don't want to get pissed off and talk about Glazers out, Woodward out. That's how we all feel. But, you know, hashtag Glazers out, hashtag Woodward out. But that's how we all feel. But it's just not really. It's not really what I want to talk about today, guys. It is happening, you know, the finances, the fact that Manchester United have made a big loss in the last year. Of course, we've had COVID costs. We've had all the pandemic has affected every single football club in terms of the amount of money that has been lost in revenue. I mean, look here, we've got, despite £118 million, this is what pisses me off though, we've got a source here, despite £118 million in lost revenue and being unable to make priority signings, the board have decided to pay out dividends to shareholders for the second time this financial year. Glazers will receive the majority of over £23 million, right? So the Glazers are banking out money from this football club right now. We may have cash in reserve. We've just taken out a big loan, by the way, as well. And they're paying out fucking dividends for themselves. It absolutely just sickens me to my freaking core, guys. Come on, this is just a joke, man, that this is even allowed to happen in this particular year when Manchester United have had a curtailing of their revenue, when Manchester United had a loss of income in a lot of different areas, you know. So I think it's kind of a disgrace that the Glazers will receive the majority of a 23 million dividend payout. And all the while, Manchester United's debt has almost doubled now to 500 million because of what's happened, because of the debt, the extra loans that they've taken out and the deferrals of payments and things like that, that these grubby little meltbags, these absolute urchins who run this football club are doing. They're just literally sucking the lifeblood out of us, guys. So I'm disgusted by it. I just wanted to talk about it. I don't want to get massively into it because it's too damn depressing, man. It's too damn depressing to know that those shitbags have that stranglehold of this football club to the point where they're just milking out the money even still. Bal Ray comments, Woodward, how can we extort more money from the fans? Absolutely, that's exactly it. You're spot on there, my friend. Jonathan Gallagher says, guys, please give Pig time to respond to your questions. Absolutely, yes, I have to speak and to give my thoughts, and then I will look and jump in to the comment section, of course. Jake Howard says, this club bores me. I mean, look, the way it's run, the owners, it's a disgrace. It is a disgrace. I mean, to be fair, performances like yesterday, games like yesterday, that's what we all live for, those European nights, you know, big, good performances against good teams. That doesn't bore me at all. But the actual ownership of this football club, it more than bores me. It sickens me. Sancho going to City, says Tony Shields. Well, you know, that's what I mean. We've left the door open for other clubs to come in for him now. If somebody else did want to swoop in, whether it's Chelsea, City, Barca, whoever, they can. Thank you, Rushmano. He comments, subscribe to the channel. Yes, we have got over 200 of you watching now. Thank you very much for joining us. Or shout out to all the Bacon Brigade. Please do us a favour and smash that like on the video if you're just getting involved. Gianta Bora with a super chat. Thank you, Gianta. Comments, Woodward's statement made me puke on his face. If only that was true, dude, and then we could get some sort of entertainment out of it. But unfortunately, it probably just made you puke on your own face, to be fair. Unless you happen to share an office with Eddie Woody Woodward, in which case, screw you, Matt Judge. But no, Gianta Bora, thank you very much for your super chat there. I think that's 40 rupees, my friend. I really appreciate that, dude. Yeah. Sickening, my friend. Absolutely bloody sickening. It is a sickening situation. John Wayne, greeting to you, John Wayne. How's it going? Clam J as well's in here. Bob 903047 says, Woodward said he's not going to be happy until United are back at the top. Top world bankers, more like. Absolutely. Exactly. This is it. I've got this quote here, actually, now you brought it up. Ed Woodward said, we'll never be satisfied until Manchester United are winning trophies, but third place finish. Strong cup runs last season showed we are making progress. We have a clear strategy under Ollie to build a successful team with homegrown talent blended with high-quality recruits. Right, okay, yeah, fair enough. Well, look, we are going about it the budget way, to be fair. We're planting the seeds for the future. We're buying these young players. We've got Diallo, Traore, Ahmad Diallo coming in January. We signed Palistri. We signed 5, 6, 7, goodness me, knows how many, actually. 15, 16, 17-year-olds, like some of the best young talents, that lad from City, one from Atletico, you know, in the summer for the future. But, you know, right now, so they are planning. They're planning, but they're doing it the budget way. They're doing it the way that they can try and keep competitive without ever really, in my opinion, challenging for that title. Because if you want to challenge for the title, especially when all the other teams are spending and improving in the windows, you've got to do that too, if not more so. Because if you want to close that gap, you've got to do it, if not more so. So that's why I don't think, that's what, yeah, okay, you know, Woodward, yeah, as long as they're competitive, as long as they're a Champions League team, then they'll be rinsing this club for every single thing that they can. But yeah, it is a disgrace, man. It is a disgrace that there's dividends being paid out in this financial year. Rob Dawson from ESPN said Man United are estimating the pandemic has cost £70 million in revenue, still have £51.5 million of cash available, plus £150 million in credit. So, you know, our debt's gone up to nearly 500 million. Does anybody else think that the ownership of this football club is just an absolute steaming turd? Of course we all do. There's more examples of it there. They're literally shackling us with debt while they siphon money out of the football club. It's a disgrace, guys. It is an absolute disgrace. But there you go. I just wanted to talk about it. I don't want to get too deep into it because we're trying to be positive on the channel tonight. You know, we're buzzing after that game. But it is a fucking disgrace. So yes, Mason Greenwood's behaviour needs to improve as well. A little bit of news has come out in regards to Erling Haaland's contract, or clause in his contract. So this is quite interesting, guys. I don't know if how many of you would like to see Haaland at Manchester United, but I certainly would. I certainly would love to see him. I mean, Cavani's only going to be here for a season or so. So I think, is it just a 12-month? No, just over a year or so, I think. Okay, I don't know. But whatever, anyway. He's not going to be here that long. He's obviously aging. We've got Martial, we've got Greenwood, but we could do with a proper seasoned top-class goalscorer. And even though he's young as Fook, a lot younger than Martial, I think maybe he's just a better goalscorer than Martial. And hopefully Martial can be a great goalscorer for us. But, you know, if you're talking about the prolificity, is that a word? Yes. Prolificness of Haaland, and you can't deny the stats. You can't deny the stats. Now, is he doing it in the Premier League against Chelsea, City, Liverpool? No, but he is doing it in the Champions League. He is doing it for Dortmund. So I think that you can call upon his stats and say, yeah, he's going to be one of the best goal scorers in the world over the next decade. So would we want him? Let's just have a vote in the live chat, lads and lasses. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you would like to see Erling Haaland come to Manchester United. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you would like to see Erling Haaland. Smash a 2 if you wouldn't. Hello, Julio Chavez, Yuri Spencer, Mustafa Abdullahi, Razak, The Vutinator, Johnny Gallagher, Disco Dave, Neil Walker, Neil H. He says, this channel is going to be top of the pack one day. It already is in my heart anyway, Neil, and some of yours too. So who really cares what the stats say? Do you know what I mean? Justin Bieber's not the best musician, is he? Let's be honest. But you might say he might have the most freaking... You know what I mean? Who gives a shit? Gabriel Lopez says, we're doing it for the love, my friends. Man United getting robbed, says Gabriel Lopez. Yeah. Okay, look at all these ones in the live chat here. Let's take a look. So we've got Francois Koch, Luke Fort, Neil Walker. Snapfilm Walk says 2. No, he wouldn't want him. Why would you not want him? Ivana Kofor says no. Danny Hoagie says no. Why would you guys not want Haaland then? You just think you'd rather stick with Martial and get him to be the goal scorer, or maybe Greenwood going forward? That's the only thing. If you got Haaland, maybe somebody like Greenwood might get a little bit hurt in terms of the progression at the football club, but I don't know. I don't think of it like that. But most of you guys in the live chat here, look, Fable TV, MUFC Bruno, Adovitz, Rambo Canambo, Jake Harold. He doesn't want him either. But a lot of you do. A lot of you do. So I do. I would be in the one group. Thank you, OP Dragon. He says, Pig, you are the number one man. Paul Vanderbeek says 69 dudes. Kieran Coleman comments, everyone needs to stop blaming Ollie and the players and start saying Glazers and Woodward out. They haven't backed any manager since Fergie. Dude, 100%, we know what their game is. Their game is just to fleece this football club for money. That's their game. And to be fair, they're very clever people, aren't they? Can you imagine buying a football club? What was it, like 15 years ago? Oh, God, you know, for £800 million of money, which isn't even yours, which you've borrowed, which you're paying back using the asset which generates the money in order to pay back and service that debt. So you just mortgaged it, basically. It's paying for itself. The fan base, you're sucking out all that lifeblood and money from the fan base every single year. And at the end of it, it's worth about 6 times now, worth about 6 times what you bought it for in debt money. And you're still fleecing it for money. It's pretty amazing business that they've done, to be fair. 800 million in debt, they bought it. Now it's worth 4 billion. And if they did sell it, which I hope they do, they'd make an absolute killing, wouldn't they? Asander, man, he says, guys, hang on, where's Asander's comment gone? Asander says, guys, we need Haaland. Just watch him. He is special. I mean, special. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I do think that he is special. If you look at his natural finishing ability, he's quick, he's physical. He's just got that something, that it factor, that ability to just find the back of the net. Whether it's a Ruud van Nistelrooy or a Michael Owen or a Gary Lineker, he possesses that same eye for goal, you know, that same natural ability to get goal. I think Greenwood does too. The Vutinator says, Rushmano, you missed a few. Hey, who's Buttery Tortilla? Who is that? You changed your name. Anyway, he says, I'd rather we spend money on defensive support, CDMs and centre-backs. We don't have problems scoring. Yeah, that's a fair point, to be fair. That's a fair point, to be fair. But anyway, sorry, guys. I just wanted to get on and talk. The reason I brought up Haaland is because, in regards to his contract, He obviously signed a clause with Dortmund to say that there'd be a future release clause in the contract, and Manchester United backed out the deal because we didn't want any part of having a future release clause. Well, this is what Fabrizio Romano and the Here We Go podcast have talked about and discussed, is that Haaland's release clause will be valid in 2 years. So it's valid. It comes into effect the summer of 2022. So not next summer. So not this next summer coming, but the one after. Haaland would be available for 75 million euros, with a part of it belonging to his agent, that grubby little rat, Mino Raiola. So 75 million euros to get Haaland in 2 years' time. That's the release clause. That he's going to. I mean, look, come on. He's going to have the host of top clubs in the world lining up for him on this one, because Erling Haaland's a natural ball goal scorer like we just talked about, and he's still ridiculously young. And for 75 million in 2 years' time as well, euros that is, that's a bargain for the sort of player that you're going to be getting. So yeah, I do think that at the time, look, in 2 years' time, who really knows what's going to happen? Rashford might be the best player in the world by then. Greenwood might be the best player in the world by then. Greenwood might be playing number 9. He might be scoring 30 goals a season. You don't know. There's a lot can happen in 2 years. But certainly, Haaland's a player that interests me. Chuck Lombardo says, I prefer Daka from, Patson Daka from Red Bull Pig. Oh, fair play, Chuck Lombardo. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen too much of him, but what I have seen, I do like. And yes, he does seem to have a big future ahead of him as well. Becky Hope, how you doing? She says, hey, Pig, I'm doing good. Good, thank you, Becky. How are you? Shanawaz Khan says, Mino and the Glazers match made in hell. Sorry, Becky, you didn't actually ask me how I'm doing. You just said, hey, but thank you. Razak says, we technically don't need him. We have a few young strikers in the academy. It's a fair point. I mean, I think we do need a striker. I was interested in Jude Bellingham, say, because as a young 16, 17-year-old lad, he would have been somebody for the future that can come up and deputise and be a backup for us for now. But ultimately, in 5 years' time, might be our ready-made striker. Whereas with Haaland, what you're getting is a ready-made striker who's, what is he, 21 or something? He's ridiculously young, man. And he's only getting better. There you go. Asandar says, Haaland has a 77 million transfer fee, so whoever pays 77 million can get him. So Woody won't pay that much because we're the richest club, yet we get poor mentality. Sick of it. There you go. I mean, it sounds like such a cheap amount, though. 75, I'm seeing a report here of 75 million, but yeah, 75, 77, whatever it is, million euros, with a part of it belonging to his agent, Mino Raiola. So you think about that. That's chump change. That's 60 to 65 million pounds for Erling Haaland. It's good money. In this current climate, you would expect him to be a bit more than that, I think. So I think that's very good. In 2 years' time, I think it'll be even better. So United should do everything we can to get him. Then, I don't think that we will, but let's try. Kayam comments, Pig, we need wingers, not strikers. Well, we do need a winger. Yeah, we do absolutely need a winger. I agree with you. But we could do with another striker as well, Kayam, to be fair. It depends really what the future holds for Mason Greenwood. All we've seen from Greenwood really so far in his United career, or certainly under Solskjaer recently, is being played right wing. Now, that's just probably out of necessity, really, because we don't have the player there for that position. We've got Pellistri coming in, we've got Diallo coming in. They're all also good, really exciting young wingers that are coming in too. But if you think about the area where we're lacking, there's a bunch of areas where we're lacking. Centre-back, central defensive mid. But I certainly think right wing. I certainly think striker's one of them too, because we've only got Tony. And then who do we else do we have? Igalo, he's going in January. 2 months and he's gone, lad. So, or a couple of months and he's gone. So, we do need to start thinking about who can provide more goals for us. Now, Cavani is, of course, here at the moment. I'm not saying right now. We've got Cavani, we've got Martial, we've got Igalo till January. But next season, or the season after, we're talking about for the season after, actually. This is in 2022. 2022, summer 2022 is when the clause comes into effect. There will be a host of clubs, I'm sure, lining up to activate that release clause. And I just say, and I think Manchester United should be one of them. Now, we can't see what's going to happen at the club in 2 years. Like I say, we could unearth the next gem. Greenwood could be the new number 9. Martial could be a 30-goal man a year by then, 30-goal-a-year man by then. But the chances are we're probably going to want him. So I just wanted to talk about it because it's very interesting. And I definitely would have him. The Vutane says, Chuck, I agree, mate. Diallo looks good from what I've seen. There you go, yeah. And I'm not really pinning my hopes on Diallo or Pellistri being ready-made world-class wingers for us right now because they're only 18. But I am hoping that they're going to be good enough in that position to give some competition, to chip in with some goals and creation, and just be good members of the team. They look like really good young talents, particularly Diallo. You know, Facundo Pellistri is supposed to be brilliant. I look at his stats in the Uruguayan League and I think he's just not ready. So, you know, we'll see how he gets on in the Premier League. But for me, he just doesn't look ready. G-Wolf comments, if we go 5-3-2, why do we need wingers? It's a fair point there, G-Wolf. Yeah, but we're only really I think we're only going to go 5-3-2 in the bigger games against sterner opposition. When we need to cut opposition teams open, the lesser teams, we're going to have to go with a more attacking formation, I think. A more attacking formation. Not necessarily. Of course not, but you know, I would imagine we're going to have a couple of different tactics. The 4-2-3-1 seems to be favoured for the games from Ollie when we're supposed to be the favoured team to win, or the more powerful, superior team. And then we play the 3-5-2 against the ones where, you know, it's an away game on the road against a big team or something like that to try and counter, soak them up and get the result. So that's, yeah, you know, yeah. Big God Bob says Greenwood will be better than Haaland if he stays fit. Trust. I think you might be right, because he's a couple of years younger. He's still unbelievably talented for what he is. But as we were talking about earlier on this video, he needs to, it's being talked about that it's maybe an injury thing at the moment, but it's not. It's actually disciplinary issues is what the problem is. Disciplinary issues. Mason Greenwood's been out shagging. He's not. No, I'm just joking. But he has obviously that Iceland incident. But I'm just saying he's obviously been late for training, and his attitude's a little bit lackluster at the moment. Now he could just be a grumpy teenager. We all know what that's like, being a grumpy teenager. But yeah, come on, Mason Greenwood. I mean, he's got a great future ahead of him. I agree. Treble United 99 says, would you sell Pogba if it meant you could get Haaland and Sancho? Yes, I definitely would, dude. Yeah, I definitely would. I'd sell Pogba if it meant I could get a KFC freaking, double down, to be honest with you. Because I don't think Pogba's all that valuable, whereas that double down, man, I could go munch those breasts right now. Well, that sounded a bit wrong, didn't it? Especially with that afterwards. But Anyway, guys, Jake Harris says, ignore Becky, keep Pogba, easy money for him, fair play. I personally wouldn't want to keep him. I think with what he said recently and the ability you've got to generate cash and maybe go and get somebody who does want to play for Manchester United properly, I would sell him. But look, to be fair to Pogba, he came on the game yesterday. Solskjaer took Telles off, put Pogba on, changed the system up, and it could have gone bad, but Pogba did really well out there. And he actually created three chances for his teammates, clear-cut chances, I think, in terms of the stats, for his teammates while he was on the pitch for 27 minutes, which was equal the amount of chances that the other second player or the tied player made for the most most goal-scoring opportunities, which was Telles. So Telles and Pogba both created three chances in that game. 3 clear-cut chances for Manchester United, and Pogba was only on the pitch for 27 minutes. So say what you want about Paul Pogba, he can be effective, but I just not so sure about the attitude. I'm not so sure about the prima donna vibes I'm getting. I personally think, it's just not the right fit for United. It's time for him to move on. But look, he put in a good display. Rushmano says we're almost at 150 likes. Thank you, Matty, the Rushmano, by the way. Everybody shout out, follow Matt United 20 on Twitter, my transfer guru here. Shout out to you, dude. Please do us a massive favour and smash that like button. If you haven't hit the thumbs up on the video yet, leave a cheeky little like on it. That'll give us a boost. Thank you very much for everybody who does that. Chuck Lombardo says, I think our first 11 is better than Liverpool now. Well, what can you say? I mean, Rashford up top, Cavani, you got Martial, you got Greenwood to choose from. The Bruno Fernandes is created and the most chances in the Premier League since he's come in. So since we signed Bruno Fernandes, no player has created more chances from open play than Bruno Fernandes. So I think that goes to show you what an influential player he actually is in the Premier League for us. Snapfield Walker says, at 18, what were we like though? Come on. Exactly. You're so right. Exactly. We haven't got anything to worry about Mason Greenwood. He seems like a nice lad. He's going through changes, isn't he? That's it. He's just getting older and maturing and, and getting a bit grumpy probably. I was a shitbag when I was 18. Anyway, Jarvis Cocker says, I feel our squad... I wasn't that bad, actually, to be fair. I wasn't much different. People say that I was a shitbag. I was a right terror. I wasn't. Maybe got into myself a little bit of trouble, really, but, nothing major. Anyway, Jarvis Cocker says, I feel our squad depth is okay. We only lack certain player types, a.k.a. Sancho. Good shout, my friend. Loving these comments, by the way. Thank you so much for you all for watching. Smash that like. I'm going to get into the rest of the news quickly, and then we will have a proper little bit of a Q&A at the end here. But in regards to Haaland, his contract, his clause will be valid in 2 years from the summer of 2022. And it's 75 million euros, lads and lasses. So United should go and take a little chomp on that in 2 years' time, I think. Okay, so there's a couple of bits of transfer information which I just want to talk about. Nothing solid or that major or concrete right now, but Christian Falk, of course, who is the head of football for Build Sport over in Germany, has come out and said that United and Chelsea have a new transfer target, and they're rivaling Dennis Zakaria, which is the central defensive midfielder that we actually bought on our career mode, Dennis Zakaria. So he's obviously a tank, he's obviously a beast. I mean, I haven't seen a great deal of him in real life, but I do think he's a great young player. So that would be somebody that I'd be very interested in Manchester United bringing in, to be honest, because we need like a physical, destructive midfielder that can take over from the likes of Nemanja Matic in the future. And I think there's somebody like Dennis Zakaria, yeah, okay, he's maybe not as established as a Kante or as an Ndidi, but certainly he's showing those same possibilities in the future. So that's very, very interesting. United, it's understood also that United have extended their Chevrolet deal by 6 months. So, Woodward and the Glazers getting a little bit more of that. Extended their Chevrolet deal by 6 months. What's the other news? The rest of the news, Ishmael Benica as well. So in regards to Dennis Zakaria, that's a little bit of information. We'll maybe talk about that a bit more in the coming months, because obviously the January transfer window is around the corner. We'll see if Manchester United have any movement in terms of Dennis Zakaria. But it's understood Chelsea and Manchester United interested in Dennis Zakaria, and that's what was reported by Christian Falk from Sport Build. Okay then, so it's also been reported that Manchester United are interested in Ishmael Benica, a midfielder who's got a €50 million release clause, and Manchester United were waiting for the green light to make the move in the transfer window. Just a little bit more transfer news. Ishmael Benica, I don't know anything about this guy really. He's pretty unknown to me, but it's understood that Manchester United were keen and interested in him and scouting him for a long time. But there you go. Who really knows? So there's a little bit of transfer news for you there. Also, check this out. Manchester United are the first club to reach 10 million Weibo followers in China, or Weibo. Weibo or Weibo? Is it Weibo or Weibo, guys? Weibo or Weibo? Weibo or Weibo? Is it like Bebo or Bebo? I don't know. Weibo or Weibo? Anyway, I'm guessing it's a Chinese social media site there. And to be fair, it doesn't really mean anything, but it just goes to show you that we do have, I mean, look, it's part of this whole marketability of this football club, isn't it? The Glazers pushing us out into those markets, the Asian markets and stuff. It's no bad thing to me, having that coverage, that stuff. It also goes to show you that United is one of the best supported clubs in the world as well. If that's an established social media site in China and we're the first club to reach 10 million on there, then I can only say that is a good thing, But at the same time, yeah. Disco Dave, thank you for the super chat, man. He comments, Pigmate, is there talk of a new league? True. Crikey, we've got so much stuff to get into this evening, guys. I hope you're going to be around for it, because we have got so much to get into. I haven't even touched the surface yet, guys. Crikey, I mean, bloody hell, there's a lot of news coming out today. Anyway, thank you, Disco Dave. Yes, we are going to get into that shortly, mate. Thank you so much for your super chat. Rushmano says, monitoring FC. There you go, yeah. Jarvis Cocker says, if Tuanzebe can stay injury-free, our centre-back problem is gone. But it's a big if. That is a big if, yes. Hey, the United Way, what's going on? He says, for Fuchs' sake, Chevy the pricks. Yeah, exactly. And they make shit cars as well. Like, no disrespect. Okay, they've had some good ones over the, like the Corvette or the classic cars. Let's be honest now. Chevys, they're shite, aren't they? I'm just kidding. If you own a Chevrolet Spark or something, I apologise. But anyway, Isaiah Gear says, come on, Pig. We shouldn't be talking about Man United and transfers. They can be in the same sentence. They can't be in the same sentence. Hey, you're right about that, dude. It's an uphill battle getting players to come to this football club with our current owners. Anyway, yeah, so that's just a couple of little links there. Like we said, Monitor FC, we're linked to everybody. I don't believe anything until we've got the players there with the manager, to be fair. Because look at everybody else, or look at, if you really want to believe what the media puts out there, then you're going to be in for a fall, my friends, half of the time. Certainly, anybody who thought there was 90% possible we're going to get Sancho must feel like a tit, that kind of thing. So, it's obviously you don't want to get too carried away with transfers at the best of times, because you're most likely going to have your pants pulled down and then end up signing some over the hill mercenary just to sell number 7 shirts, basically. But anyway, okay then. So yes, Ed Woodward's a twat. That's one of the news pieces there in regards to the structure. Bailly injured. That's a big shame. 3 to 4 weeks he's going to be out for. Okay then, more news. Marcus Rashford in despair as MPs reject free school meal plan. What the fuck's the matter with our government? By the way, these conservative melts the other week, well, not the other week, months ago, cheering when the nurses weren't going to get, I can't even remember what it was for now, but they're absolute tits. You know what I mean? They were cheering when they denied, I can't remember what it was, denied tests, that was it. They denied extra testing for NHS staff because of the cost involved. And then they cheered like, hey, we had it rejected. What a bunch of wankers. Anyway, so Marcus Rashford vented his despair on Wednesday night as Labour's plea for free school meals to be extended over the holidays to stop children going hungry fell on closed ears in government. In an impassioned Commons debate, many MPs paid tribute to Rashford's burgeoning campaign to end child food poverty. But despite some unease on the Tory benches, a motion on providing a 1.4 million disadvantaged children in England with a £15 a week food vouchers during holidays until Easter 21 was voted down. In response, 22 Rashford, Marcus Rashford, 22, who became an MBE in the Queen's Birthday Honours list this month, told his 3.5 million Twitter followers, "Put aside all the noise, the digs, the party politics, and let's focus on the reality. A significant number of children are going to bed tonight not only hungry, but feeling like they do not matter because of comments that have been made today." I mean, it's just absolutely sickening, this business. You know, they got Tupac said it best. Tupac said it best. They got money for wars, but they can't feed the poor. It's fucking ridiculous, man. So there you go. Just wanted to highlight that. The Tory government downvoting, feeding impoverished children, basically. Nice one. What a bunch of scummy bastards. Honestly, Rashford says, I don't have the education of a politician. Many of the Twitter have made clear today, but I have a social education having lived through this and having spent time with the families and children that must be most affected. These children matter. He urged Boris Johnson to sit down and to discuss a solution. So look, we all know he had a big effect in regards to getting these school meals and stuff like that extended previously, trying to get it done again. And the facts are the facts. They turned it down. They downvoted it. So make as much bloody noise as you can on social media about this one, my friends, please, because it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace, actually. It's actually a disgrace, so just remember that our government are a bunch of shite bags. Rushmano says we've got over 150 likes. Get in there, my son. Smash that like button if you have not done so already, everybody. That would be sensational. Leave a little thumbs up on the video. That would give this channel a boost. And if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button as well. That would be legendary. Hey, wow, Cameron Ketch, mate. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the Bacon Brigade, dude. He's become a member of the channel. Thank you very, very much, Cameron Ketch, man. Really appreciate that one. What a legend. Everybody, all the channel members, please welcome Cameron Ketch to the membership, to the club, to the Bacon Brigade by smashing your favourite Bacon Brigade emoji in the live chat and welcome Cameron Ketch. But Cameron Ketch has been watching this channel for a long time. Thank you so much, Cameron Ketch, man. Cameron Ketch, lad. Get in there. Oh, wow. And also Berberspin 9. Dude, Berberspin 9, thank you so much for the £20 super chat here. You absolute don amongst men. Dude, Berber, man, thank you so much for that, dude. Really incredible support there. He says, F the Glazers and F the Tories. Absolutely, man. How disgusting is it, though? I think it's pretty disgusting that they'll downvote, and I think it's pretty disgusting that they downvoted testing for NHS workers and then cheered when it was announced that it was rejected. Do you know what I mean? I do think that our government are just a bunch of overpaid, overhyped toffs. I mean, how much do these MPs actually make? I think it's, what is it? Like 100 grand a year or something like that? Do they really need that much? Do they really need that much to be a member of parliament if that's what they want to do, if they want to make a social change or represent their locality? Do they really need, it might even be, I think it's more than that, isn't it? But either way, it's a freaking joke, man. I think a lot of them are in it for the wrong reasons. Yes, Razak says, proud of Rash. That lad tried helping. Absolutely. Ryan Bell's been lying. Thank you so much. Fuck the Tories. Fuck the Glazers. They're a bunch of shithouses, all of them. Bunch of money-grabbing, tight-fisted bastards, aren't they? Let's stick a love heart in the live chat, though, for Marcus Rashford. And let's make a bit of noise as well in regards on social media as well to try and maybe get them to reconsider. Because ultimately, what he said is right. Ultimately, he said it's right. Let's put the party bickering aside. Let's put the differences of opinions aside. What are the facts? The facts are there's millions of kids who are going to be going to sleep hungry and feeling like nobody cares about them because of this. You know, so let's be realistic here. People need to eat. And there are millions of people in this country living below the breadline and are just absolutely skint. You know, so I do really feel for everyone in that situation. And it's not, you know, most people who are in that situation, it's not their fault. So, yeah. Look at those love hearts coming in for Marcus Rashford. Get in there. And Butler says, why is Greenwood in trouble? So Mason Greenwood, he's not being played at the moment. It's being basically put down as an injury from what we understand. But it's come out that Mason Greenwood has been late for training repeatedly. He's been warned by Manchester United. This is from James Ducker from the Telegraph. He's been warned for timekeeping and discipline. And he must be... And it must improve, basically. So we understand Solskjaer's disciplining him at the moment, trying to rein him in a little bit. His discipline must improve. Mason Greenwood's been warned in relation to repeated issues in regards to timekeeping and discipline. So things like that. That's all it is, really. It's nothing major. He's not shagged anyone else or anything like that we know of. Maybe that's a factor. He's not shagged anyone else with COVID or anything like that. But it does seem that there's some discipline issues with Greenwood. But like we said, he's an 18-year-old lad. He's getting a lot very quickly as well. You have to understand that, you know, it can have an effect on you, especially when you're a young man. He seems like a humble, grounded guy. Hopefully he continues to do that. But yeah. Okay then, so Rashford's plea there was turned down. The Tory government reject free school meals plan. Disgraceful, man. Absolute disgrace. I wanted to give you that information anyway. Ryan Giggs also piped up in regards to Axel Tuanzebe and has backed him to secure a regular role within the United side. He said, all Axel has got to do now is play games, stay fit, play games, because he's got all the attributes. He can handle the ball, he can even play midfield. We thought about playing him in midfield when he was fit under Louis van Gaal. He can read the game well, he's quick. I think he showed that yesterday against PSG, but he's got to play games. And when he plays games, I think this is with the Webby and O'Neill channel, by the way, on YouTube, shout out. He can read the game well, he's quick. I think he showed that yesterday, but he's got to play games, and when he plays games, his confidence will grow because he's got all the attributes to be a Man United centre-half. Now he's just got to bang out those games. Once he does, that is up to him to say to Ollie, leave me out of the team. I'm doing so well, you can't leave me out of the team. So there you go, yeah. There you go. Tuanzebe, he's getting all the praise at the moment, and rightfully so. I thought he's excellent in that game. Hopefully he is the answer. Okay, couple of last things to get into then, before we get into the comment section here, guys. Thank you so much to everybody that's watching. I told you it's going to be a long news-packed video tonight. There's so much bloody Manchester United news today. I've actually just forget a lot of it, guys. To be fair, there's a lot of other stuff too. But I've actually just stopped not talk about it, because otherwise we'll be here all night. But anyway... Look, in regards to, this is what we were talking about earlier, wasn't it? So, in regards to the European Premier League, guys, the European Premier League. Wow. I mean, what can you say? The European Premier League, what we know about FIFA-backed plans for cross-continental super tournament. So, leaked plans for a really lucrative, being the key word, European Premier League have sent the football world into frenzy. That is the headline on Sky Sports. So United and Liverpool have participated in talks over the construction of a new FIFA-backed tournament, which would be funded to the sum of $6 billion by Wall Street bank JP Morgan. Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City and Tottenham have reportedly been approached as the revolutionary proposal takes shape. But what does this mean for the future of the Premier League, the Champions League and football as we know it? Here's what we know so far. So in regards to, it's basically a super league for Europeans' top clubs. So, probably Bayern, Dortmund, maybe, I don't know who would come over else from Germany, but really, Schalke, probably not, no. Not RB Leipzig, they're a new club, very much that, you know what I mean? It's got to be prestige that gets you in. But either way, it's based on reputation. They just want all the biggest clubs, don't they? They want to be playing Barcelona versus Man United every week rather than Barcelona versus Stoke City or whatever. Or Man United versus Stoke City, I should say. Or not Stoke City because they're not in the Prem, but you know what I mean. I don't really understand it. Is this to replace the Premier League? What is this? So anyway, let's read a bit more about it. So who's involved? It's understood that more than a dozen clubs from England, France, Germany, Italy and Spain are in negotiations about becoming founding members of the competition. Liverpool and United, who face recent criticism over their development of the controversial project big picture proposals. Arsenal, Chelsea, City and Tottenham make up the contingent of Premier League clubs who have been approached, and it's believed as many as 5 of them could sign up. Barcelona, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid from Spain, Bayern Munich from Germany, Juventus from Italy, Paris Saint-Germain from France are also thought to be among the candidate clubs for a new league. The plans are said to have been to have the backing of the sport's world governing body FIFA, and also reported to involve Real Madrid president Florentino Perez. Any way that FIFA can make more money, that's what they're looking to do. They're a bunch of absolute money-grabbing, disgracefully run, bung-taking, corrupt bastards, in all honesty. Anyway, can other clubs join the league? As part of the initial blueprint, founder clubs could not be relegated for 20 years, meaning that a maximum of 6 places would be available each season. It's understood relegation could form part of the new competition, but with the participation of non-founding member clubs subject to their domestic league position at the end of each season. So it's, yeah. What would the European Premier League look like? At first glance, the Premier League makes a fascinating prospect that would see the biggest clubs on the continent compete on a more consistent basis. So it's really to go alongside with the Premier League here. European Premier League would be split into 2 distinct sections, a league and a knockout phase. With as many as 18 clubs involved, the league would comprise of a round-robin tournament in which clubs would play home and away midweek fixtures over 34 matches. Once completed, the top-placed teams in the league would compete in a knockout phase, where the European Premier League winners would be determined. So it's basically like the MLS. Sounds shit. Sounds shit, guys. Sounds like the MLS. So you got to have a little mini-league, and then the winners of the mini-league. It doesn't even freaking make any sense, that whole American system, if you ask me. I reckon that's shite, by the way. Okay, you have to play off games and all that. It's shite. What does this mean for the Premier League? So whereas proposals in the past for a European Super League threatened to break away from existing domestic leagues, European Premier League plans have been designed to work alongside competitions such as the Premier League. Instead of forming a breakaway league, fixtures will be played in an existing midweek slots that are currently occupied by the UEFA Champions League. It means a Premier League club could honour their European Premier League commitments during the week while fulfilling their domestic schedule at the weekend. Nevertheless, the creation of the European Premier League would have profound implications for the value of domestic broadcasting and sponsorship rights across Europe at a time when the finances of the entire football world have been hit hard by COVID-19 crisis. I bet this gets done. Anyway, would it mean the end for the Champions League? UEFA are strongly opposed to the plan. Of course they are. The Champions League's prestigious. It's a proper great knockout tournament, and they're just going to have a rival for it, the Super League, so that FIFA and so that these clubs can make more money, basically. I guess that's what it's down to. And the changes to the open format competitions are non-negotiable. So that's what's so good about the Champions League is anybody can enter, as long as you win your league or qualify for the Champions League spots in your nation within Europe, you get a shot of qualifying and being in the Champions League proper. So that is why it's an open tournament, whereas this one is like a founding invite-only tournament where it sounds like you've got 6 Premier League clubs or 5 Premier League clubs, a couple from Spain, a couple from Germany, a couple from Italy. You know, I'm not feeling it, guys. I'm not feeling this at all, to be fair. There's talks of changes in the Champions League format from 2024 with reports that they may consider increasing the number of teams to 36, but nothing has been decided. However, the creation of a European Premier League would make it unlikely that UEFA's flagship competition, which was introduced in 1992, would be able to continue. Because think about it, if you've got all of these clubs, the top clubs in Europe, going into a different league where effectively it's the new Champions League, isn't it? It's all the best clubs in Europe playing for a trophy in Europe, and they're not playing in the Champions League because that's a conflict of interest and it's on at the same time in the week. I mean, are we really think? Come on, guys. I mean, we don't. Does anybody actually want this? Does anybody actually want that? Does anybody actually want Manchester United to break away? Not break away because the Premier League would still be going, but break away from the Champions League effectively? Does anybody want a European fantasy league as opposed to a Champions League? Smash a 1 in the live chat if you would like to keep the Champions League. Palmarius says, check my super chat, pig. I'm sure Glazers have links to JP Morgan. Oh, sorry, dude. Have I missed your super chat, man? Oh, there it is. Sorry, Palmarius, dude. I was on an article reading there. I apologise. Thank you so much. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody else's. Palmarius comments, Glazers have links to JP Morgan, pig. Well, there you go. There you go. You see, it's all about the money. JP Morgan financing it. FIFA, all the top clubs there, anywhere, anybody, any way they can make more money. If the Glazers can make more money, if Levy and, all the owners of Spurs and City and all these guys, if they can make more money and have more brand exposure, then they will do it. They don't care about the prestige of an old tournament like the Champions League. They don't care about that. Okay, it only came into fruition in 1992, but so did the Premier League. Are we just going to bin that off as well? So, to me, it's a no. It's a no. I think we should definitely keep the Champions League and just sack this whole shit off. Most people here want to keep the league as well. Yeah, Football with Brownie, how's it going? Football with Brownie says, it's a disgrace, pig. I agree. It's just literally for more money. The clubs are going to get more money from it. FIFA are going to make shitloads of money. That's the real factor. If it's FIFA backed, FIFA and UEFA, they don't want to play ball. If FIFA can have a monopoly here, a monopoly, which means they've got the World Cup, they've got all that. If they can have a monopoly, not a monopoly because obviously all the individual leagues and stuff like that, but it's the Champions League, UEFA, which is obviously the biggest other governing body. Now, if FIFA could make it so that they can just take European top competition, take top European competition from UEFA, then crikey, you know what I mean? Because it is all, even though people say, oh, it's all under this governing body or whatever, you've got CONCACAF and you've got UEFA and you've got all these different things. They are different organisations at the end of the day. Razak comments, these changes would destroy smaller clubs. I agree, Razak, man. I totally agree. And how would you possibly get into the Champions League? How could you have that run of a team who's got into, like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer won the Norwegian League with Molde. And then Molde win the Champions League. I think he got out the group stages, Yeah, and they had a great run. Now, for them, that's amazing. How would that ever happen again, then? It wouldn't. If you've got the same amount of teams competing every year. Like the Western Conference in the MLS and the Eastern Conference in the MLS, and then you have the MLS Cup. That is shit. That would be shit. If you don't have different clubs coming in and being able to fight their way in and break their way into the competition, then I wouldn't want anything to do with it, to be fair. The article, it goes on to just simply say that legally, are there any restrictions that could stop it from happening? So the new Super League, it's proposed to be kick off as early as 2022, and it's in an already disrupted World Cup year. There would have to be considerable hurdles to overcome. UEFA has a format, they've got lucrative TV contracts in place until 2024, and companies have been paid big money for the rights to broadcast these games involving Europe's top clubs. A European Premier League would also have a considerable impact on the value of the Premier League too. What if finishing in the top four no longer matters? What would happen to the compelling drama if European participation was guaranteed to only a select number of clubs, regardless of where they finish? Legal challenges would surely follow. Absolutely. It sounds corrupt as fook. Who wants that? I mean, I know if you're actually looking at the model, what they are proposing is the same model that they have in the MLS, where you have the Western Eastern Conference, then an MLS Cup. I think that's bollocks. That's not good. It's not good for. So you're telling me, like in America, you've got the MLS, and then below that, I forget what their second division's called, but what, National American Soccer League, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? But the team that wins that, they don't get promoted into the MLS, man. They're still down there. They're in the doldrums, no matter what. You know what I mean? That's just wrong. So that's what they're proposing here. They're proposing taking all of that qualification process out of it and just having the bigger name, bigger rep teams compete for that cup every single year. What a load of shit. How could the power struggle play out between FIFA and UEFA? Could other governing bodies break away from FIFA as a result of any potential dispute? So FIFA prides itself on being a family made up of 211 national associations around the world and supports them financially and logistically through various programs. UEFA is one of FIFA's 6 confederations with 55 national associations in Europe, including the Football Association. The FA is the governing body of football in England, which includes all competitions, such as the Premier League. Quite simply, the game's administration is entwined and everything is linked. To untangle it is complicated and will require approval at every senior level within the game. Do you know what I mean? So, look, I personally think this probably will happen because I think there's a lot of money to be made by a lot of corrupt, wrong people here. But I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to go down like that at all. Hey, everyone, there's over 300 of you watching, by the way. Smash that thumbs up button on the video. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes on the stream. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We do these nightly Manchester United news, daily updates every single night at 9:30 and some throughout the day when there's breaking news and stuff like that too. And we're doing FIFA and stuff like that at the moment also. So get involved with the channel, everyone. Smash that subscribe. Smash a thumbs up on the video as well. That'll give us a boost. And also get involved in the comment section here then. Okay, let's get into your comments. We've gone through the news. Let me just give you a very quick roundup for everybody that's just joined. So Manchester United smash up PSG yesterday. PSG have only lost 4 games since at home since 2012. 2 to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, 1 to Barca, 1 to Real Madrid. Pretty sick. Also, Eric Bailly's injured for 3 to 4 weeks, which is a big shame. Eric Bailly's injured 3 to 4 weeks. Manchester United linked with Zakaria as well as Chelsea. Rashford has had his school meals proposal thrown out by the government, which is piss poor. Absolute disgrace. Ed Woodward's been out talking about the finances with the investors, and we are making a big loss. We've lost £118 million in revenue, but we have taken a loan out. We have paid dividends out of 23 million, most of which will go to the Glazers. Meanwhile, Manchester United's debt is doubled and is near £500 million. Nice one. What a load of shit. Man United's estimated pandemic has cost £70 million in revenue. Mason Greenwood's been warned by Manchester United for poor timekeeping and told his discipline must improve. His behaviour needs to improve. Solskjaer intends to continue dealing with Mason's indiscipline internally and will continue to say in public that his absence is linked to injury. Haaland's clause is €75 million. It comes into effect summer of 2022. Erling Braut Haaland. United and Chelsea interested in new transfer rival Zakaria. Manchester United extend Chevrolet deal by 6 months. Ishmael Benica linked with a possible move to Manchester United in the summer. We tried to get him in the summer also, it's understood. Also, in regards to Manchester United reached 10 million Weibo followers in China. We had to pay Jose Mourinho and his team £19.6 million in compensation for the termination of his contract. Ed Woodward said we're doing well and, you know, the priority is trying to improve on the pitch. What a load of shite. Bailey's injured. Yeah, okay, that's basically it. Yeah, that's basically all the latest news. And then this Premier League stuff. Great stuff. Okay, so we've covered it all. Thank you, everyone who's got in here tonight and got involved with the video. Smash that like button, and now we're going to have a little back and forth in the live chat. So shout out to you all for getting in here. Really, 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 really appreciate it. Knack says they're working in that in the States, Pig. Yeah, I bet they're working on. I bet they've got their grubby little pies all over the place. Football with Bradley says, imagine being a fan that travels away. It would cost you a fortune. Yeah, that's such a great point as well. I mean, maybe that would work in a COVID pandemic sort of scenario, but when fans are actually wanting to go and support their teams. You're so right as well, yeah, like everywhere. I guess it's to replace the Champions League, so I suppose it's not really that much different if it's to replace the Champions League, but I don't want to replace the Champions League. I like the Champions League. I think the Champions League's amazing. I like the fact that it's an open qualification competition, you know? Disco Dave says, but if the UK leave Europe on January the 1st, how can you be in a European football? Well, I mean, you know, it's a good point, but technically we are in Europe. Do you know what I mean? We're in the continent of Europe. We're not going to create our own continent called, you know, England or United Kingdom, really. Yes, we might not be part of the European Union, but we are still in Europe. You know what I mean? We are still in Europe. If you know what I mean, on the map, we are still in Europe. So, yeah. Anuj comments, PSG and Man City owners are behind this. Plus, there's probably a bunch of other... There's got to be a bunch of other states, I can't think of any right now, that are not within the EU, but they do have teams that compete in the Champions League. Like, for instance, I don't know, maybe Albania or something like that. Give me an example. There's got to be somebody else that competes in the Champions League, though, that's not in the European Union. Razak comments, Glazers need to invest in Old Trafford and facilities instead of getting involved with this nonsense. I agree with you on that one, Razak, 100%. Hamus says, comment 100 if you want the UCL to stay. Absolutely. Smash a 100 if you want the UCL to stay. Hamus Naimi, thank you. Kerry Smith says, has this been approved, Pig? In terms of the Premier League, no, it's not been approved yet. I mean, this is the thing. There will be lots of red tape. There will be lots of ramifications. If they announce that they're proceeding with this, the UEFA Champions League, or UEFA, will surely file a massive lawsuit against them, because think about the loss in revenue that's involved here for them. Also think about the loss in revenue that's lost for the Premier League. Now, if there's already a European league that's got the biggest clubs in it, such as United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern, all these guys in there, and they're just monopolising all the money because they're the biggest teams. They're all the ones that everybody wants to watch anyway, unless you're, the diehards or whatever, you're watching the biggest games or the biggest names. So what that would do is create the Premier League where if you win the Premier League, there is no qualification for a European competition anymore. Certainly not the Champions League, because this would be to replace the Champions League in midweek fixtures. So it would just mean that the Premier League doesn't have the same level of competition, I think. When you've got teams that are having to compete for those top 4 spaces, or top 7 spaces for Europe as well, where they get a financial incentive and also play in the competition and exposure, then that's what we're all going for. It's open. Everybody can go for that. Everybody can qualify for that. But if you're saying that Leicester City win the league and then are never allowed to play in European competition and challenge those big teams, it's a load of shite, isn't it? It's going to completely ruin every aspect of every domestic league around Europe, in my opinion. So I hope it doesn't happen. It's not been approved yet, Kerry Smith, and I really hope it doesn't get approved. But because of money, because of greed, because of corruption, I think that it might. At the end of the day, it's FIFA backed here. And FIFA are the biggest football organisation in the world, So if they want something, they can often make it happen. Gideon Agge says, prediction against Chelsea, Pig. I'll save it, actually, buddy. I'll save it until we do a cheeky little preview of the game. E. Idris says, yes, Pig. Hello, buddy. Big God Bob's been timed out. What have you been doing, Big God Bob? Knock Fernie, hello. Thank you for the 100 there. Eddie O2, how's it going? Mojo, Palmarius, Berberspin, Rushmano, Fire Up, Hamus Naimi. It's great to have you all in here. Hector Rico, he says, Malmo. Disco Day says, fair enough, but visas will be a big problem for travelling fans. Yes, that's another good point, actually, with us going out of the EU. Stuff like that, travel is going to be much more difficult. You're right. Razak comments, MPS hated the idea. It would be rejected. Eddie O2 says, Razak, mate, would love... The thing is, though, it's understood that United and Liverpool and these guys are actually quite interested in it. That's what's understood. And it's understood because it's worth a lot of money to us. If we can monopolise European football and guarantee ourselves being it based on reputation at the moment, every single year and get that money, it's like, well, it's all about the TV deals, all about the money. Eddie O2, how's it going? He says, Razak, mate, would love the Glazers to grow a footy brain, but they will let United rot as much as they can while making cash off merch and other shit in it. Yeah. Sounds about right, Eddie. It does, mate. Yeah, that's basically that's all they want to do. That's why they have taken out another loan. That's why they've got us close to 500 million in debt now, which has increased our debt over the last year. Yes, our revenue has gone down, but they're still paying dividends out. So, it's like, couldn't they just not take money out of the club for 1 year while the club was really suffering? Created by George comments, would you not miss teams like Leicester and Everton and Spurs, etc., who give elite teams a huge run for their money? Absolutely, I would. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's special to these clubs when they get in the Champions League. Like, when you think about that Tottenham team under Harry Redknapp, when Gareth Bale swashbuckled into Milan, and you're going to lose stuff like that when these small, tiny little clubs get the opportunity to play with the big boys. Caleb Omarigi says, I pray that Greenwood doesn't become the next Ravel Morrison. Oh, I don't think he's ever going to go that bad. I think Ravel's got some proper demons. I think Greenwood's just he's just a young, naive lad. That's it. He'll grow out of it. He'll grow out of it. He's an 18-year-old. Can you remember what you were like when you were 18? Anyway, the Big Fish says, I don't think Russia are in the EU, but Moscow play in the Champions League. Well, there you go. There you go then. I mean, I don't even want to pretend that I know all the clubs and all the states that are involved with the EU, but Turkey are in it, are they? Turkey are in it? Anyway, I'm not sure if Turkey are in it, are they? Or are they? I think maybe recently they did get in it, actually. But that's it. There's got to be some states in Europe that are not in the EU that's still playing the Champions League, so I don't think that's a factor. Vincent Bullock says, FIFA tonight, Pig. Which one will you play? Oh, I'm not even 100% sure if I'm going to do the FIFA tonight, to be fair, guys. I'm melting a little bit. I might do. Dan Higgs says, my FIFA pack luck is crazy today, Pig. I got Neymar twice and Bale in a day. And Fook the Super League. Dude, you got Bale in a day and Neymar twice. Man, that makes me feel like even more like shit, to be honest with you, dude. Because I'm getting a pile of crap every single day. Thank you, dude. Space in your faces. I could sit and listen to this all day. It's quality in some of the comments. Madness. What a great community we have here, guys. Come on, let's just get a hashtag Bacon Brigade going. Let's get a hashtag Bacon Brigade going, because this is just an incredible community of legends. And if you are new to this channel, get involved with this community. Smash that subscribe button, guys. Epic Football says, who else is loving this? Dude, thank you, Epic Football. Yeah, well, this is it. We just do a daily show talking about United news, wrapping up the United news, and getting over, talking about all the major talking points that there are. So tune in regularly. We'll be doing this at 9:30 every single night. Big God Bob says, explain in detail why I'm a troll. This will explain why you are wrong. Big God Bob, I don't personally know what you've seen, mate, but try not to be too controversial, pal. But you're usually all right. The big guy says, come on, Pig, got to have our FIFA fix tonight. Oh, my goodness me. Okay, then, guys, well, let's have a little vote in the live chat. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think that I should do a FIFA video. Football with Brownie, mate. Late night chat, Pig quality. Thank you so much, Football with Brownie, man. Congrats on getting 200 subs on your channel as well, mate. You know, it's hard out there early. I'm sure I personally think the first 200 are the hardest. So hopefully, you know, you can start to crack on. And everyone, check out his channel if you want. He's a Welsh football fan who makes Welsh content. No, football content. Well, Welsh content too. Actually, no, it's in English. Papa Stores, nice one, mate. Anonymous 30 says, we need the FIFA tonight, please. Oh, my goodness me. FUTR, guys. All right, then, okay. Well, fair enough. Well, in that case, what I'm going to have to do then is I'm going to have to wrap this video up immediately. So, you know, sorry about that, guys. To be fair, it is quite long, actually. Yeah. Okay, let's wrap it up. We've almost been going 90 minutes anyway. So, really appreciate you all watching tonight. Mary Rowley, Anonymous 30, Vincent Bullock, The Big Guy, Treble United, Football with Brownie, Eddie O2, Disco Dave, Francois Cox, Save Our Ma, Miss 528, Shazad Ahmed, Anthony Brooks, Batman Night Fan, Vincent Bullock, GGMU FC for life. Batman Night Fan says, I can't promise anything if I come on. No worries, dude, no worries. Burbaswin 9, Brummy Reds, Anthony Brooks, Fire Up says straight to FIFA. Jim Joe Bobley, and it's going to be FIFA Ultimate Team as well. Sorry, guys, that I'm not playing career. I searched it all yesterday, by the way, after that whole career mode glitch. They are going to fix it. It looks like they are going to patch it, but they haven't patched it yet. So I'm not going to play it until they've done it, honestly. I'm just going to play Ultimate Team. Sorry, guys. Okay, then. So there we go. Thank you so much for getting in here. Disco Dave, Brummy Reds, Burspin 9, Fire Up, Ginger probably, The Big Fish, Rush Mono, Space in Your Face, Palmerius, Asan Akhtar, you legend. He says, Pig, get a rest. Don't do FIFA. I hear you, Asan. I mean, maybe I'll just do a shorter one. I'll just do a shorter one, guys. Nice one, Pig, says Miz. Ellie says, good night, all, sleep well. I'll tell you what, you have to do me a favour, though. I'm going to set it up as soon as this video finishes. You have to go over there and smash a thumbs up on it before it's even started. That's right. We need to get 50 likes on it before it's even started. Otherwise, I'm not going on there. I'm just joking. But do give it a smash on the like as well before it started. OP Dragon, Bailey Oaks, thank you guys for getting in. Rush Mano, you're a legend, man. Fire Up, Asan, Kota Worth, Ara Homeyard, Somu Sundaram, Razak, Jonathan Gallagher, Anthony Brooks, Ascender, Razak. Okay, that's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you for watching. Please come back after. There's lots of Man United news tonight. I hope I gave you all the news in as concise a fashion as possible. To be fair, it is a 90-minute show, so probably not. But there's a lot of news today. But come back tomorrow, 9:30. We'll be doing the same thing again, giving you a rundown of all the daily Manchester United goings on. Thank you for watching this video. Before you go, smash that like on it. That will help us out a lot. And subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when we post live, such as when we post this FIFA video shortly. Probably get going around about midnight. So keep a lookout for that video. Come back in a minute. I'll set that up now. So yes, please do come back in a few moments' time and smash the like on it and get involved for the vid later then. Nice one, Big God Bob, Daniel Amari, Beanie, Treble United 99, Rush Mano, Ellie, Disco Dave, OP Dragon, Says 50 likes or I am not playing. Love that, Pig. You're absolute legend, man. All right, I was only joking, but kind of semi-not joking, really. But anyway, thank you. Asan Akhtar says, love this channel. Smash a like. Thank you so much, Asan Akhtar, mate. You have a bloody great day, man. Really appreciate you getting in it, dude. The United Way, have a great evening as well. John there, shout out to you and your channel, dude. Daniel and Mary Beanie. Ellie, you're a legend, Ellie. Thank you. Says, bunch of slags. See you later, you bunch of slags. Jonathan Gallagher, Pig, look at the objectives on FIFA 21. Okay, we'll get into that. Thank you so much, everyone. All the mods, all the legends. You're a bunch of heroes. Thanks for watching. This is the Pig. I will see you later. And come on, United. I'm going to sneeze. Off camera sneeze. Guys, thank you so much for getting in here tonight. Yeah, lots of news. And I just want to give a special mention to Matt Rush as well, because to be fair, like he is such a great supporter of this channel, and he also just like sends me all of this news and stuff like daily, and obviously I can look it up as well, but he saves me a lot of time and stuff by giving me all the good stuff and separating the legit stuff from the shite stuff, you know. So shout out to Matt Rush. Massive love. And also, Burberspin9, thank you so much for the £20 super chat tonight, dude. You're a nutter. Appreciate the support. Everyone else as well. Disco Dave, you know, the new member as well. Shit, who was it? Cameron Ketch, massive thank you to you, dude. And these people going down your list right now are all the people that support this channel on Patreon or who are tier 2 channel members on YouTube or above. They all get on this list too, so massive thank you to everyone. And also all the regular channel members as well. Love to all the Bacon Brigade out there. But just a special thanks to these guys. But the best way you can support the show is by smashing that like on the video, sharing these videos around and interacting and coming back after the video actually and commenting and having a bit of bounce with me there too. Okay then guys, thank you for watching. 90-minute show is up. You can play a game of football in that time. See you soon. Have a good one. This is the Pig. And come on, United.